I'm up here in the hills of Fullerton, and it's just really nice. A lot of palm trees, beautiful home, single story. Sometimes they tear down the nice single story and built those ugly modern two-story mansions. This is a nice street. Got a view of the mountains over there. It's going to be, what do you call them? Those mountains on the other side is Lake Elsinore. And then it's hilly up here. That's why people love California. It's got all the different topography. It's not flat like Texas. Texas is flat. Sorry. Hilly, shady. That's Fullerton down there, Cal State, where I used to play basketball. So I wasn't in church, so it was every Saturday and Sunday in the 80s and very early 90s. There's a nice ranch. These are all ranch style homes here. At least $1 million. At least. But where can they go unless they're moving out of state? Yeah, Fullerton's a nice area. It's right next to Brea, which is also nice. And nice to cruise around. Tommy Lasorda, the manager of the Dodgers, he lived in Fullerton his whole Dodger career, so he would drive from here to Dodger Stadium. But if you look up his house, it wasn't a house like this. It was like a little tract home down in the lower part of Fullerton. When he passed away, there were people leaving flowers and stuff, and they showed it, and then I looked at it on the map, and you would think he was the manager of the Dodgers. He was pulling down some pretty good bucks, and he probably was, but he just didn't care about a big house, and there's people that are like that, and I think that's good. That's admirable. Ellen White, in her book Patriarchs and Prophets, at the very beginning, she contrasts the home that Adam and Eve had, that God had given them, versus the ornate mansions that man build with the chandeliers and all that stuff. And she contrasts that with what Adam and Eve had. The sky was their ceiling. The green carpet of the earth, the grass was their rug. And it's really interesting to read the contrast and comparison, because everything God does is better than what we do. Everything. So if you ever want to read something pretty deep, pretty profound, read in Patriarchs and Prophets, and then you test it to the Bible and go, well, that makes sense. They were in the Garden of Eden. That's what the Bible says. It's probably so beautiful we couldn't even imagine how beautiful it was. I have a personal theory that when God recreates the earth, we may be back where we were geographically, because that's kind of home to us. My wife and I talk about that. We would love nothing more than to be back in Dallas in the new earth, or that location, and then maybe have another place in Southern California. And he'll say, this is where that's where our memories were of, all our family and everything. It'd be kind of weird to be in a foreign. I don't want to be in the desert of, Israel somewhere. But we'll see. Whatever it is going to be nice. Hope you're there. Don't be a sucker. All right, I'm going to continue on down through Fullerton. And it's kind of warm up here. I had to stop in the shade. All right, bye.